I have a question for racists. They don't listen to this podcast, but are you not embarrassed? Are you not tired? You have been getting L's every day. Every day I open the app, L. L, L, L. You are losing. You think you have the country, but you are a woman or a man, and you going through some ish at work. Download this app right now.
I built the app called Work Receipts. Work Receipts lets you track what happens at work, and it connects you to lawyers based on what you entered right through the app. So basically,
I personally am in my self-love season. So I'm just very in love with myself right now. There's somebody else in their self-love, self-care season. This is the
That's
theme
your anthem.
song
Yes.
This is your anthem.
No one can love me the way I can. Catch me out in Paris on my ones. Stay outdoors until the dancing's done. I got me out the...
I'm very glad we're back.
Hey y'all, glad to be back. We just took a unannounced week because we had to.
Yes.
That's why you have to follow and subscribe so that you know you have notifications when it's usually every week. But sometimes
life
we just be lifing.
Life be lifing. It was a good life though. I needed it, y'all. I'm gonna explain why, but I needed it. I didn't know I needed it, but I did. Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome back. Hello to all of our listeners. Hello to everybody on YouTube. We are so glad to see you and to be seen.
Yes. So glad.
And the autoresponder is on.
Yes, the out of office reply is on. And
how are you? You look lovely.
Oh, thank you. I am blessed and highly favored.
Ooh, girl, the blessed and highly favored. Okay.
I'm there. My out of office reply is that I'm out here making touch grass my full-time job. So I am in a great place.
Girl, the touch grass thing is real. I have been doing that. I've been taking off my shoes and standing in the grass for at least 2 minutes a day. Yeah.
Yes.
At
very
least 2 minutes
important.
a day. So I believe this. There is a sense of well-being that's come when I've done it. So when I walk my dog, I just take my shoes off, make sure there's no poop.
Word.
And I stand in the grass, the clean grass. Well,
such a great feeling. It really is.
Well, my out of office reply is I am currently in my this is enough season. So if you are asking me for something else, that is too much. And the answer is no.
Ooh, what a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
I love this. I love this for both of us. It's just, it just feels good. I'm just, yes. Yeah, that's right. This is enough. And I'm touching grass.
Right. As it should be. So, well, let's get into our segment. So I see you, girl. Who's your I see you, girl?
Well, Amina Mucciolo, I hope I'm saying her name right. She is a Black autistic queer artist who's been through some things. And she made an announcement recently that she is trying to get her sparkle back. I love this season that she's stepping into. So to give you some background about Amina, back in 2017, she became a content creator and kind of went viral for her beautiful place called Cloudland. It was her apartment. To give you an idea, imagine Care Bears and My Little Pony exploding in the house and on her. I mean, her braids are beautiful and colorful. It was just pastel land to the 1,000th trillionth degree. She started doing a lot of these brand deals, and she got the attention of Lisa Frank. Now, I'm going to say allegedly, this is what transpired.
Allegedly.
This is her story, but we also need to protect ourselves. So Lisa Frank reached out to her, started liking her things. And then all of a sudden, when Amina went to go pay her rent for that particular month, the building manager rejected it and said, you need to leave the building in 30 days. Now,
What?
imagine you build this beautiful thing that has brought so much joy to your life, to everyone else, and you're making money.
Mhm.
And then they're telling you need to go. So she had to sell everything.
Was this it? This is her living space or an industrial space?
Her living space. So then,
Really?
yes. So then she started getting tagged
Mhm.
in this activation that's happening with Hotels.com and Lisa Frank. And according to her, a lot of the activation looks like Cloudland.
And say, what was Cloudland again? So Cloudland was
a name that she gave to this place that it was basically her apartment. I mean, it's stunning, actually. So when you look at the map, as she pointed out, her building was on like this side, and the activation with Hotels.com and Lisa Frank was right here. Like literally it was across the street. And the buildings were owned by the same management company.
Are you serious?
Yeah. This is after she appeared on a Lisa Frank doc.
What? So this sounds like a Jesus Take the Wheel.
Sounds like Jesus Take the Wheel, but I want to focus on the sparkle. I'll get there.
Okay. There's sparkle coming.
There's sparkle coming.
Part of the story. Okay.
So anyways, I just wanted to give y'all some context. So fast forward to a few weeks ago, she tells us this story about how she wished Lisa Frank never found her. But despite all of that, she moved and she has rebuilt. And now she has this thing called TasselFairyland. And she's bringing her sparkle back. And she has written a book with Scholastic, children's book called Rainbow in Your Cloud.
Wow.
And I'm really, really excited for her that she found her way back to herself, despite a really harrowing moment in her life, career, everything. But she's getting it back. She's getting her sexy back. She's getting her sparkle back.
Her sparkle back.
I see you, Amina.
I see you, Amina. I just met you virtually through Nikki T. But this reminds me of something I told one of my friends. She was talking about basically being copied. And I think in this era of social media and creators, people being able to view all of your creations, because that's sort of the nature of everything, and we're all in a fishbowl. I said they can do what you did, but they cannot do what you do. They can always do what you did, but they can't do what you do. And so what Amina does is create sparkle out of wherever she is or whatever she is. So if somebody copies the sparkle she already did, she is the sparkle. Amen. So I'm so glad that she moved on to the next thing and did the next thing, because you can copy, of course, but you can't create. So, I think you have, as a creator, that I think there's always that sense of I'm being copied, and it's if that's your livelihood, obviously that feels threatening. But as long as you're on to the next thing, you have to worry about that.
Exactly.
So I'm so glad she moved forward.
Yeah. I'm really happy for her.
girl.
I'm excited to see what she does with TasselFairyland. So, yeah.
Well, I just happened to have two, because I think we didn't have last week, and then there was two things I had to talk about. So the first one is, I personally am in my self-love season. So I'm just very in love with myself right now, and not in an egotistical way, but just I am I am the love of my life season, and I'm so into me. I'm just really into me.
I'm so into me.
To me. I know. So I came across in my scrolling this song, because basically my era is I'm making decisions for the betterment of myself, for myself and no one else. Like decisions just for myself. And I've been basically stripping myself of fucks to give, like banana peels, just right off. Just gone. So when I saw this live performance at the Jazz Cafe in London, I was like, yes, sis. So Olivia Dean, Be My Own Boyfriend is the song. If you haven't heard it, I'm putting you on right now. Link is in the show notes. The show is on YouTube, but the clip was on Instagram of just this one song. She did like a 4 or 5 song set. But Be My Own Boyfriend, I'm going to quote a little bit of it. No one can love me the way that I can. Lately, I've been just what I need. Stole my heart I can be my own boyfriend. So it's giving like modern day Sade vibes. And so, yeah, this is so worthy of an ICU girl. If you don't know about Olivia Dean, I've just put you on. The song is amazing.
I can't wait to hear this song.
If there's somebody else in their self-love, self-care season, this is the
That's your
theme song
anthem.
for
Yes.
This is your anthem.
I love it.
If you're peeling away fucks like a banana, like I am, then this is a song for you. So the other one, my second ICU girl, is it's ICU Ms. Girl. Ms. Lady Girl. It's a historical figure, Anna Murray Douglass, who was the first wife of Frederick Douglass. And again, I found this on a clip. And thank you to Ashley B with 2 E's Baroness on Instagram, who does a lot of these historical clips. So Anna Murray Douglass, you've probably never heard of her, but she was a free woman who worked as, I think she cleaned homes and saved her coins, but she met Frederick Douglass and helped him achieve his freedom.
Wow.
And so, but she's never talked about, but she's footnoted, but she was the one that got the coins together and the plan. And then they married once he was free, and she maintained a stop in the Underground Railroad. She's an amazing figure. So you should know about this woman because she wasn't the star, but she was the start.
Okay.
She was the light that let him shine, Frederick Douglass. So look her up immediately. I'm going to leave the link to the clip. You can watch the clip on Instagram, but this is just information that we need to know. You never know when the situation arises that you are the one that makes someone better. Like the greatness of someone's great might be you. You are the plug. You know what I'm saying? Especially as Black women, we're looking for the shade tree to sit under, but what if we're the plug? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so that's just something
awesome
to think about. Yeah. So that's my ICU girl.
I love that.
Really?
I am very much in my historical phase because of the Gilded Age.
Oh, yes.
The Black Watchers of the Gilded Age are called the Guild. That's
you
our,
are
that's
a part of all. You are my link to what's going on in the culture because I am so disconnected. If it's not for reality dating shows on Netflix, I have not been watching. So,
but I'm watching that too. I'm watching everything. This is part of my touching grass. No, but yeah, the Guild, the season finale for the Gilded Age is tonight. And one of my friends works at HBO, and I told her, I was like, this season better end on a good note because something really foul happened last week. And I'm waited with bated breath, and I will be watching live. It's an hour. It's over an hour too. So it's the longest.
So they gave
episode.
an extra long episode.
Extra long episode is the season finale, and I hope to God that show ends on a good note.
Give me what I need.
Give me a cliffhanger, but
no snake eyes.
You bet not. Anyway, so also I'm watching that and The Summer I Turned Pretty. I finally caught up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I started watching A Gilded Age and then I kind of fell off because this happens to me. The only show that I have not fallen off after one season is, well, no, I'll say 2 max is Foundation on Apple TV.
Oh, you talked about that. Yeah.
That is my show. There's a new season. Don't look for me because I'm going to be.
You're like, I'm going to be watching Foundation.
I'm going to be watching Foundation. I have not had a chance because I'm too busy watching Netflix, which is basically what I'm on right now.
Yes. No, let's talk about it. I think because of NicOlandria, I think I'm just looking for love everywhere.
Yes.
Right? So like outside of my own personal life, I am obsessed with real life romance, relationship, whatever.
Yes.
So as if I don't have enough to do with NicOlandria, I am also following this woman. I think her name is Spoiled and Lovely on Threads. And she has been chronicling her dates on Threads, and it has been so fun to watch. The way that she writes about her dates, it's very swoon worthy. This guy, whoever he is he sounds like such a catch. Like they've been on 6 dates so far, I think. We're all waiting for the date number 7.
You're like, what's about to happen?
No, but she's
This is real, but this is romance in real time.
Yes, this is romance in real time, very much like Love Island. He says things like, "You're a blessing." They had 2 dates in 1 week. They've seen each other like every Sunday. She talks about the way he looks at her. It's like a romance book that doesn't end.
Ooh, and is real.
And it's
really
real.
happening. I love that.
Yeah, and we're all like, "Sis, what's the latest?" And we're all like excited for her and and she's making fun of herself a little bit because there's some physical comedy that you would find in romance, like rom-coms. There's a little bit of that happening.
She's living a rom-com.
She is living a rom-com, and it is so much fun just watching it unfold or reading it unfold. But yeah, her name is Spoiled and Lovely.
Spoiled and Lovely. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's great.
Well, I am on Perfect Match on Netflix. This is Ollie and
AD season,
season for sure. It's been amazing to see their romance unfold, but that just really hasn't been my focus. This is one of the most attractive seasons I've seen of Perfect Match.
Yeah, they do look good.
And all I have to say is Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel's fine. Daniel's fine. I've always liked Freddie from Love Is Blind UK, which comes back next week, by the way.
But I'm on Daniel. I'm saying it 5 times because, like Candyman, if I say it 5 times, maybe
he might appear.
Just hoping. If it works for that, if it works for Candyman, why can't it work for Daniel? He is. There's moments where I just start talking to the screen. Now, this never happens, but this is my treadmill show. It's very motivating because I'm seeing all these well-muscled, fit, bikini-clad, shirtless, all of, like I said, I think this is one of the most attractive seasons, so kudos to the cast, and thank you for this. However, when I see Daniel come on screen,
girl, yes.
I don't know what it is, but I was like, Lucy.
And the one that he's matched with, she's a baddie too.
She's a baddie. Lucy.
What's her name? Lucy. Like, she is stunning, or in the UK, stunning. Stunning. She is stunning. Like, they look really good together.
They do. I'm
really good together.
I'm for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it, but I will say that, yeah, there's just a lot in the air of inspiration. I may or may not have gone to the Eastern Market yesterday in Detroit with a guy friend, and the most attractive thing ever happened. Ever. I was supposed to go my dad was like, "Can you get a seeded watermelon for me?" I was like, "Great." So the Eastern Market's expansive. It goes like 4 or 5 blocks. So we parked in the far end and then we walked across. And we're like, okay, here's a watermelon stand. They're giving samples out because you got to taste you got to know if this is the right thing. Okay. So we taste it. It's perfect. He's like, this is it. So he's like, you grab it. We had other places to go. And he was like, we're going to different stalls. I had another mission. I was going to see my tea lady. But he was like, you grab, pick the one you want. I'll take it to the car. And then we come back and finish the day. I was like, word? So I'm just like, great. I paid for the watermelon. It's a big ass watermelon. I didn't touch it. He like picked it up, threw it over his shoulder. We marched it through the farmer's market, carrying heavy things. And I was like, this is very attractive. Like, just having a man physically carrying some heavy shit on your behalf. I was like, this is cool. I enjoy this.
You like, I like this.
Just carry stuff. Yeah, guys, if you want to.
Not just carry stuff.
Yeah, just pick something up. Men, listen, I'm just saying, like, just if you want to impress somebody, a woman, or feminine tending person, listen, pick some heavy shit. Just pick it up. Pick it up.
Oh my goodness.
If she's looking at it, even if she don't want it, just pick it up and throw it on your shoulder and carry it somewhere. It'll work.
She said it'll work.
It'll work.
It'll work.
I'm
trust us.
Grown ass man shit, carrying heavy shit. Just pick something up heavy.
I think it's the it's if we are guys, if you're listening, obviously it takes more than picking something up. But I think it's
not for me. Just kidding.
It's the fact that you didn't have to ask.
I didn't have to ask.
He
took
the initiative and said, I'm going to do this. we are going to drop it off. Then we are going to come back.
Come back and do but we're gonna walk all the way back along
That's
this
what it
long ass
was.
farmer's market, drop it off at the car, and go. No issues, no complaints, no conversation.
Nothing.
I was like, this is so friendly and nice.
Look
Very
at
appreciative.
that. Didn't have to ask. I like
Didn't have to
this
ask.
friend already.
I mean, look, I just think that all around you are these moments that you can appreciate. And so I'm just appreciating these moments, and I can call it when I see it.
I love it.
Pick up and carry some heavy shit.
That's it.
I didn't even realize. I was like,
That's it, guys.
This creates a special feeling in my spirit.
Look, that's it. I mean, any questions? No. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's move to minding my black business.
Minding my black business. Now listen, Sierra Gross, she's a former HR professional. She's in her bag with this one. She created an app called Work Receipts. And it's Work Receipts without the O, by the way. So it's WRK Receipts. And this lets you track what happens at work and connects you with lawyers through the app. If you are a woman or a man and you going through some ish at work, download this app right now.
Do you know how many requests I get for employment lawyers?
Right now.
So people are always asking me for not a request, but a referral for an employment lawyer. So this is Work Receipts. And what else does the app
Receipts.
do? So
listen, in the season that we're in, this is a little bit just take the wheel. 300,000 Black women have been pushed out.
Oh, right.
Okay. I can't imagine. I mean, what if Work Receipts was available and they would be kept in? But anyways, this app, like I said, will track everything. What happens at work and connects you with lawyers through the app. There's an AI-powered assistant. Her name is Jayla. And she will organize the evidence. She will do the research on employment law on your behalf, and then will offer you guidance on next steps. It already has 11,000 individuals on the app. But the best part about this app, this is self-built. No investors.
What?
Sierra owns it 100,000% herself. And she made this app because she experienced trauma in the workplace herself. She has worked at some big names, one of them including Google. So she knows what the F she's talking about. So shout out to Sierra Girls for creating Work Receipts.
Amazing. Well, my minding my black business is Emmeline Stewart. Well, I want to just talk about this and then it leads to another topic. But Emmeline Stewart is the first Afro-Latina to own her own movie theater in New York City.
Oh, wow.
And it's in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. She sold all her belongings. I guess she wanted to have a place to show her movie and there weren't any places. And so this was the spark that led her to think, well, I'm about to make my own place to show movies. So it's a privately owned movie theater in the community, and they serve empanadas and you can have tres leches cake. And it's a community hub, and it's been very, very successful. So this is the first of, I guess, an expansion now. She's serving the culture very specifically, meeting the need, but in a very culturally relevant way within her neighborhood. So, I mean, when can you go to the movie theater and have an empanada or, more than popcorn?
Right.
So I think that's super cool, but it's made me think about something else, especially since I've been here. I've been having a lot of conversations about small business, and small business has been what has driven the American economy, more or less. I mean, we know these big companies, but really this is a country of these small businesses. When we think about small business, we think about starting a business. But what we can do also is buy a business.
Buy a business.
And you were just talking about
it. Yep.
Yeah, you were just talking about the 300,000 Black women have been pushed out of corporate America. So it's time to start thinking about other things, and you can buy your next job.
100%.
And I don't think people realize that you can buy your next job the same price as buying a house, the same way it's financed.
Or less.
Yeah, the same way it's financed, the same way it's financed with a monthly payment, and you have to just make more money than the monthly payment to be able.
Yep, the loan is a SB7A loan.
Yeah, so you can literally buy your next job. So I wanted to talk about in Minding My Black Business just one site that lists businesses for sale, which is Biz Buy Sell. It's probably the most popular one, but there are so many sites that are small business marketplaces where people will list, just like they list a house, just like they list a car for sale, or even a coffee table, a used coffee table. But there are a lot of retiring baby boomers who just are ready to retire, and they will offer creative financing sometimes. Like, it's not about just having a big lump sum necessarily. Sometimes they would be happy to have the cash flow. So there are all kinds of creative financings, owner financings that you can do to buy a business. So
That's right.
Just something to start thinking about. If you are annoyed by your manager and you're tired of that, going to that job every day, this might be your sign to start thinking differently and outside the box about what other ways can you create cash flow. And one of those things is to literally buy your next job.
That's right.
And you can do it. And it's a lot easier than you think. So I will maybe start a little bit of a series about this process, because I'm starting to think about it myself. And then all of they're putting the pieces together to do something like this. But there is infrastructure to be able to do it. And it's a lot easier than you think. So Biz Buy Sell is my current today Minding My Black Business little tidbit that might be the beginning of a longer series where we talk about buying your next job, because they be on some bullshit.
Okay. Buying your next job. That is a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk offline. Okay. Jesus, take the wheel.
I mean, Jesus, take the wheel. Well, what's your Jesus take the wheel? You always have a good ones. Somebody told me that this is their favorite segment of the whole show. Jesus take the wheel.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Girl, I got a new one for you today. So couple things. I have a question for racists. They don't listen to this podcast, but are you not embarrassed? Are you not tired? You have been getting L's every day. Every day I open the app, L. You are losing. You think you have the country, but you are losing.
You said I have a question for race. Are you not
really? Are y'all okay? Yeah, clearly not. Clearly not. Okay.
It's just, I mean, it's like, so, what is the point at this? Like,
I don't understand. I don't. It's not.
What are you doing?
You will fail. Okay. In nature, there's this thing called diversity. Nature thrives off of diversity. You are natural. Anyway. Okay. I'm going in and out of my accent, which means I need to come back. Listen.
I'm here for it. I love that. I love the characters.
I'm like, y'all are really just wow. Okay. So 2 things. This last week, there was this big thing about American Eagle and the Sydney Sweeney thing, and then Dunkin' Donuts. Like for some reason, eugenics advertising is in right now. I don't understand. And the fact that the marketing person at American Eagle doubled down, she was like, it's a play on words. People have always done things with jeans, because she was referencing the Brooke Shields campaign from back in the day when she was like, nothing comes between me and my Calvins, Anyways.
Except racism.
That part. And then someone else was like, oh, you thought that one was bad. Dunkin' Donuts did one too. And
what was the Dunkin' Donuts one? I didn't see it.
So he mentioned his jeans in the commercial as well. Yeah.
So eugenics advertising this is basically where we're headed.
That's what I call it.
This is what we're
eugenics
doing.
Advertising.
It is. That's a very accurate description.
But he's like, this tan, good jeans. And then Sydney Sweeney, jeans are pressed down.
Whatever. Okay.
It says you need 3 things to happen in quick succession for it to be a trend. I'm not holding my breath at all. I know there's another brand that's going to come out and do some shit like this, and we're just all going to be like, okay, so You can't gaslight us. You are not going to gaslight me.
But that's
No.
basically this is gaslight season. It's just like whatever. If you believe it, then it's true for you. So
No. Then you have people like Derek Huffman.
now who is Derek Huffman?
So he was searching for what real Godiva goddess calls Caucasian haven in Russia.
Who is he? Why do we know his name?
I'm going to tell you, he's just a regular dude.
Oh, he's a regular dude. Okay.
In Russia, there are about 500 people who have been trapped by this seeking of Caucasian haven there. So basically, they set up this honey trap where they tell people like, oh, if you want to escape, come here. We'll give you land.
Escape brown people?
Escape brown people. Kind of like how these white towns are. This one person was like, we're going to create a white town in Idaho somewhere. I'm like, good, go over there. Anyway, so he took his family there. And then it was a bait and switch. So they basically said, you're going to have to fight for the army for a little bit. And then when you're done, we definitely going to give you that job. Like you're going to be good. You're going to be good. So he goes there with his family.
No.
And he died.
What?
Leaving behind his family in this foreign land, no citizenship, no nothing.
What?
He went missing, and then his family was like, "We have to raise the alarm. He died."
Oh, girl.
That playback in heaven is gonna be some nasty work for y'all, for some of y'all.
I know, because I mean, how stupid will you feel when you realize it's just not real? And you're like, wait, I did all that in my lifetime, and then it's just somebody made this up. Yes, you could realize that now and just stop.
Like that playback is gonna be some nasty work.
You're gonna be real upset. You'll be really upset with yourself.
Ooh, child. But God is gonna be like, so what were you doing here? Can you explain?
I know.
What was this about?
Let's pull up this date. I know.
Exhibit 3099.
What were you doing?
What were you doing here? I just don't understand. I'm like, this is
not going to age well.
No, like, so a friend of mine the other day was like, he sent me this clip of this pastor who was talking about women are only good enough to make people. And he was like, and he's like, what's your response? I was like, I genuinely, and I'm being honest when I say this, I feel bad for them because every day there's a mixed baby being born. There's a gay person getting married. There's a woman being sworn into office. And this is what they're seeing every day.
So they must be just
grumbling.
Must
be terrified.
Who knows? I don't.
Gosh.
It's a world that I can't even. I just. It is what it is, and I just. But I don't understand.
Cults. People
today.
Are turning their back on MAGA. I saw a video of this girl on YouTube. I'm like, why I left MAGA. Like every day there is something that's just coming at them, and we out here touching grass and having the best time, but they over there are just so terrified.
Angry. But
they're angry. Like, why would you want to live in that?
Or why would you want to harbor that? Like, if you harbor hatred, but you somehow justify it because as long as it's towards a particular group of people, it's somehow okay. You're still harboring hatred. Like
you letting that hate live in your body.
Right.
Like
you're letting that hate live in your body.
Like that is horrible.
That's not even. I mean, it's like, yeah.
I'm gonna pray for these people,
girl.
By the way, that's the prayer. Moving on.
This is why this is the Jesus Take the Wheel segment. So in other news, remember when we talked about the bookmark that was like a carry-all strap with the cloth bookmark
with the color, not the queen, the colors. It was like I saw lavender. You had a lavender one.
I had a lavender one.
Yes, it was really cute.
The creator is Connie Marie.
Yeah.
And she said that another creator has just copied her work, her idea. So I just wanted to say, and reiterate for the Jesus Take the Wheel segment, because we've talked about this now a couple of times for different things. The copying is a reality, but to go, if you're interested in the bookmark that we showcased was by Connie Marie, and go to the original creator. I'm linking to her TikTok where she talks about what happened in the show notes. But if you are interested in that and you see it elsewhere, just remember where it started and support the creators. This is why I think it's important to support the originators, because they're the ones where these ideas are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And the more we support them, they haven't reached their best idea yet. So if they've given us this, imagine what they have for us later. But we have to keep supporting them.
That's right.
So that they can continue to create at the frequency that they are. The copycats aren't on that frequency. They're on a completely lower level. So
because they're copying. That's exactly
they're
right.
copying. So if we want to keep the high frequency creators creating at that high frequency, we have to support the originators. That's the high frequency creation that we need to support. So just make sure that if you care about something like this, which I do, then make sure that you're supporting the original creators so that they can keep their high frequency work going, because their best idea hasn't even come yet.
That's right.
So that's the Jesus Take the Wheel segment.
So someone was just copying her stuff.
Yes, girl. I mean, like
just
really copying, just verbatim, not just the actual the product itself, but her marketing, her messaging. No, really. And it's like it's you have to watch the video and then you'll see. It's not good.
See, this is why. Okay.
But that's why we need to transition to health and healing, because Jesus has taken the wheel and driven us right into health and healing.
Those bookmarks are so cute. And someone just said, I'm just going to just lift this. Instead of being like, what did she do that can also serve a need that you know what I mean? How do I innovate?
Collaborate or innovate beyond. Right. Exactly.
You just went, no, stole it. I'm just going to do the same thing.
I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to copy it for my group of people.
You know, I could see why that person did that. Just walk with me here for a second. Because if you're thinking about it, that was Steve Madden's entire business. Right? He was looking at what Prada, Dior, Chanel, what they were doing, and every other brand, and was like, I'm going to make a version of this. And in some instances, it's literally a copy. The material may not be as great, but sometimes it's even better than the original. But I can
Where is this going?
No. I'm just being like, because in my head, I'm like, why did this person think it was okay to do that? And
because of like fashion. But I mean, I think there's a lot more complexity to this also, because we have a Black creator, an originator.
Yes.
And then we have a non-Black copier. Who has not put in the work. Yeah. The same work. So they're.
Okay. I take that back. Moving on.
Which, I mean, there's a historical legacy to this, even going back to the music industry and what happened to a lot of Black songwriters,
of course,
and a lot of Black original creators. So there is a historical legacy to things like this, where you didn't have to pay the cost to create this, or the same cost, and then you just kind of coast on in with, So
yeah, it's not apples to apples or apples to oranges.
Not in this instance.
Not in this instance. But I was really like, what would bring someone to think that they could do this? But
I think people think this all the time. I think it happened. There's no way to stop this.
Right.
But I think as it pertains particularly to Black creators, because there's so many obstacles and there's already such a disparity in the availability of resources, the best thing I can say is for us that care about these kinds of things to just make sure that we continue to support the original creators. That's all we can do, because there's going to be people copying. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. So if you care about that, and you care about having original ideas and high frequency ideas and high frequency creativity, then we just got to support the originators.
Let's do it. I don't think I got mine, so I need to get that.
Yeah.
This is a good
reminder.
There's
so many new models too in different colorways. So
I just
I just
remember
went to the
I remember
site.
the one that you brought. That was so cute. I was like,
It's
oh my
so
gosh.
cute. I have two. I have a purple one, a lavender one, and I have a pink one. And
So
the pink
cute.
one goes very, very well with Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. It's like perfectly matched. And then the purple one, I think it went with Black Girls Must Be Magic. So I got those two.
Love
But
it.
now there's other colors I can match with all my books.
Love it.
Hey.
All right. So health and healing. Why don't you start?
Well, my health and healing is about my actual health and healing, my health and healing segment and the offer for this segment. So I have been on a battle with cortisol, and I've had very high cortisol. And I think this is very TMI, but we're family. So if you go back in the history of this podcast and you watch the videos, you can see a very public journey of weight gain for me and slimming down from that. But you can see it from video to video. And I was in a very, very high stress period in my life where it just was like rapid weight gain, but very stressful, not sleeping. And just because of some personal issues and things going on in my personal world, a lot of stress. And so it basically had affected my cortisol levels. You saw the weight gain, but I also developed PCOS, and I did not have a cycle for over a year. So I made some radical changes. As you know, I really made some radical changes. I moved, I packed, I left my lease in California. I put all my stuff in storage, and I came home to Michigan and just really simplified my life. Just got very small, just kind of went inward and aimed to reduce every aspect of stress, every bit of cortisol inducing aspects of life. And it has worked. My period came back, and the first normal period in over a year. Last week, I was like, it cramps so good. It hurts so bad and so good at the same time. I was like, oh yes, I'm having cramps. I went to the drugstore to get my products, and listen,
You've never been so giddy getting a tampon.
I've never been so giddy. It was also very much tell me you're on your period without telling me you're on your period basket. I mean, I had Oreos in there.
Amazing.
I had honey pot products. I was about to buy some combos along with my tampons. I was like, this is a thing. So but I was happy to be going through it. So I've been releasing everything stressful, stop saying yes to people and events that would make me feel inadequate in any way, or that I need to do more, which was my out of office for this week, is that I'm in my period of this is enough, in my era of this is enough. And so just started taking things smaller on a smaller scale, even working out, lighter weights, higher reps, more consistency. And so all of these things have had a positive effect on my stress and cortisol levels. And I've been really focused on reducing stress and cortisol. So this is the PSA that stress does have an actual real health impact. It has a physiological impact in your life. It's not just like, oh, I'm stressed. I mean, you can go back and you can see what the effect was on me. But I also want to talk about the things I've been doing to reverse that. Because I mean, it happens, but we do not want to be living in these conditions. And I think this is our era of healing, of becoming informed. And part of that is me sharing this journey that radical steps were needed. I had to completely eject from my life that I created and come to a smaller one.
And it's working.
But
Being
it's
the
working.
stay-at-home daughter, as we talked about it a few
Yes.
episodes back, is a thing, and it should be more of a thing, and we
It
shouldn't
should be more of a thing.
afraid to do it. And I think that if anything, you are a testament to seeing how it can be helpful.
It was necessary. It was
necessary.
for my health. It was for my health and well-being. There's nothing wrong with going out, getting big, and then contracting and getting small. Especially when you've expanded so much that you don't lose that expansion. You don't lose the person that you were that has the capability of expanding that far.
Right.
But you do sometimes have to come and heal the cracks and the wounds and the stretching and all of those things that result from all of that growth and all of that stretching. And then you can go out and grow again, or you can grow from here.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
I'll talk about more in my final word, which will be coming
I love that.
very soon.
So I've also been going on a similar journey, and I will report back in a few months or so after the fact. Because if you guys remember, I went to a functional medicine doctor back in May and did a whole rack of testing, like 5 different tests: blood, saliva, stool, the whole thing, and discovered a lot, and we'll be ready to share what those are soon. Cortisol is a major factor. So I encourage y'all to not only do some blood work, but to also do saliva tests and stool tests. Stool tests, very much so, because
you never know.
you never know. The reason why we didn't have our episode last week is because, you know, the meme that's online that says you're not exhausted, you just need to book a flight or something like that. Yeah, that's what I did. So y'all, like, please do that. One of my good friends lives in the East Coast in New York City, and she is having a baby. I went to her baby shower last weekend, and I went for a baby shower, but I really went for like a revamping, a rejuvenation of some sort, whatever. You know, the TV and film industry is crashing out like Hilda on Love Island. And not Love Island. The air over here is a little bit blech. It's the icks. Okay. Like every other day, or rather every day, companies are shutting down or firing their staff. Companies are breaking up, coming back together. It's a really interesting time. I thought I was doing okay managing it. I really did. I thought I was, again, touching grass. But then I realized, like, no, I need to touch grass somewhere else. Right. So I'll give you my whole trip because everything was just perfect. I get there on Friday, and I'm living my Manhattan life with my brother-in-law and his fiance. They have an apartment in the city. And so I got to live, you know, this like fantasy of like, what would it look like if I had a place in Manhattan? So that was fun. And then the following day, I went to go see my friends play. If you are in New York, or if you can get to New York between now and August 31st, please, 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 please go see Purpose.
I've been hearing about this.
It is
with Felicia Shaw.
She directed it, starring Carrie Young and my good friend Glenn. So I only know him as a producer because we have a TV show together with his producing partner, Terrell Avamacranie. And I got to see him as an actor. And I was just so overwhelmed. You know, when you see people, and I'm just going to say pun intended, in their purpose, and it's just like, it is really powerful. And to see him on stage as an actor, playing someone that's the complete opposite of him. These actors, Harry Lennox was in it too. I don't know how they're able to do that. And I was just so grateful to see art being what it is.
Yes.
Because when you're in LA, it feels like nothing's happening.
Yes.
But y'all, things are happening. Okay.
Things are happening. Always happening.
Always. I got a chance to meet the cast. It was the best 3 hours I've spent in a long time, actually. And I would go see that play again if I could. Purpose is there's a reason why it won Best Play.
Yeah.
And
that's amazing.
Definitely deserved it. Then Sunday, it was the baby shower, and it was also a mini college reunion. And I got to see my girls, some I haven't seen in years. My friend Rashida, I saw her, and I just immediately just started crying because I didn't think she was going to be there. It was like no time has passed. It was just us cutting up and acting a fool, and seeing my girl T and her husband, and she was beautiful in a white dress. And we were all told to dress in shades of tan, cream, and beige. And she wore white. And the event planner, I think her name is Daphne. Girl.
Was T.
Oh, I don't even know how to describe it. It's beautiful. Like it was these feathers and the cookies.
It was soft. It was soft pastel. Luxury, soft luxury.
It was.
Was that the theme?
Was definitely soft luxury. Everything was. It was just beautifully curated, and they had this balloon stand things. It was a beautiful event. She's Nigerian, he's Guyanese, so you can imagine the food. The food was banging, and then they had a drink cocktail. I got my life was gathered. And then I ended the trip with some business stuff and meeting people that I Zoomed with, and those conversations were fantastic as well. It's always great to meet like-minded people in the industry too. And I got to go with her to a doctor's appointment that we caught up during that, and I got to see it was a trip that I didn't know I needed. I really needed that trip. I really needed to just not be here.
And to see something totally different, to see fertile ground somewhere else. I think you do have to break your paradigm where you can be stuck in some place, which is why for minding my Black business, I wanted to talk about a business, the idea of businesses that you don't have to start. Just thinking outside the box and just seeing something different, living something different.
Yeah.
Seeing another possibility for a pathway to where you might want to go and what you want is helpful. So if you got to book a flight, you got to book a flight.
Book that flight, sis, because I came back.
Book that flight, sis.
Like,
that's a good segment. Book that flight, sis.
Yeah, I came back, and I lived in New York for almost 15 years. So it felt like I never left. I walked a lot, and the weather was actually quite pleasant. Apparently, I just missed torrential downpour, so I'm very happy I missed that. It was sunny, and I got to hang out, like I said, my brother-in-law and his fiance. That was a lot of fun. It was just great. Anyways, like I said, you're not exhausted. You just need to book a flight. So go book that flight.
Book that flight, sis.
Get that change of scenery and get that healing. So good.
Well, what else is good in DeLuLu Land?
Molly.
Oh, yes. We've been talking about this.
Standing on business. So their leader, Assimi Goita. Mali's known for its gold. Their gold, if you don't know. And when Assimi took over, he wanted to put in new mining codes in place. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, a lot of these foreign companies agreed. But allegedly, one didn't. The company CEO, I'm not going to say his name. The company CEO basically was like, I mean,
you kidding, right? You're not serious.
African leaders change so often, so go about your business. This is all alleged. All alleged. He said African leaders change often. There'll be a new one. It's fine. Keep up the good work, guys. So months go by. President Goita was like, I have these new mining codes. You're not honoring them. And he's like, so he apparently arrested the employees of this mining company, and including issuing a warrant for the CEO of that company. And the company finally responds and goes, fine, here's a check. Nah. He said, nah. I don't want that check. So he suspended operations. And then the company pulled a Drake and was like, I'm taking you to court.
Where?
In Mali. Surprise, surprise. Mali ruled in their favor, ruled in President Goita's favor. So I just love how African countries are standing 10 toes down on business.
And, well, yeah. And it's making, I think a lot of people are getting a chance to get the history of why things have been the way they are and what's so important about this time and what this all means for the diaspora generally.
Exactly.
Which is
beautiful to see and hear. So
creating its own version, not DeLuLu Land, because it's not DeLuLu. We already said Wakanda is real. And they're building it right now.
They are in the DeLuLu Land.
The DeLuLu Land.
So Ghana, as you know, and Ivory Coast, they've been like, run me my money when it comes to the cacao bean. And then Benin just announced citizenship for Black Americans who can trace their lineage. If you have a lineage back to the West Coast of Africa, they'll grant you your citizenship. Sierra just got her a Beninese citizenship and has been making the rounds on social, living her best life over there.
Living her best life.
And the president, Alain, just appointed Spike Lee and Tanya Lee to kind of spearhead this movement. So that's what's happening in Benin as well. So look,
This is DeLuLu Land. What's good in DeLuLu Land? Not DeLuLu Land.
DeLuLu Land. That's the continent. That's what we're gonna call it. So Lululand. So yeah,
DeLuLu Land.
that's what's good. That's my contribution to this week's segment.
Well, mine is a lot less substantive. Like I said, my contribution to what's good in back to DeLuLu Land is Perfect Match Season 3. If you're not watching Perfect Match Season 3, and you don't understand why I am saying Daniel, and waiting for him to appear.
Oh, my Lord.
What are you doing? Stop what you're doing. Not this podcast, because we only have one more set. We just have our final word left.
Yes.
But when this is over, do yourself a favor and go check out Perfect Match Season 3.
Here's my thing about Perfect Match. AD and Ollie.
Yeah.
It was immediate.
It was immediate. It almost made me think, were they in each other's DMs before they got there?
Yeah, there was like no slow burn, no yearning, no nothing. It was like immediate. So while that's happening, there's a lot of other shenanigans that are happening on that show that I couldn't get past. What episode?
What stopped you?
I think I'm on episode 2 or 3.
And what was the thing you couldn't get past?
There is some contestants on that show that I particularly did not care to see.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say it because we don't bash here.
No, we don't bash.
But it was just like, oh, I really don't like hearing her. There's also another guy on there too that I'm like, why are you here?
I have an idea of who that could be. I personally was entertained.
From The Bachelor.
I know who I knew that's who you
did it again.
I know
that's when I was like, okay, I'm done. I can't.
Yeah.
Like what?
That was. But I think it's worth watching it play itself through. That's all I have to say. But it was cringy to watch. It was definitely cringy to watch.
Very cringy.
It was cringy to listen to him speak what he had to say. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I did not watch The Bachelor with this person on the show, but if this is how they were talking about their intuition,
it was.
I can't.
And this, moving on. All I'm saying is, be careful of people who appear like they've done the work and then they haven't.
You never know who somebody's becoming, but odds are, if they already had a chance to become and they never became, then.
Like, I really wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, oh, he sounds like he's done the work. And I'm like, oh, no, you're using words as if you were done the work, but you have done nothing.
That's gaslight. Again, we won't spoil it for people, but I'll just say that.
What?
Sometimes it's nice to spin the block and you want to, like Ashanti and Nelly, that's spinning the block.
I have my opinions on that too, but we'll talk about it a different day.
Well, but I mean, sometimes it works to spin the block, and then sometimes it's like you really do have to watch for people's growth, though, because if people can grow and they can also not grow, but learn better words. And so in this instance, it was not what we. But it's worth watching because again, Daniel.
Yeah, he fine. So next week, like I said, next week is Love is Blind. So I said, you know what? I'm going to stop watching Perfect Match because this is annoying. I'm just going to wait for Love is Blind UK. And I'm going to do that. I need
treadmill shows. So I'll be watching it all. Again, when I'm a stan for a reality dating show, I'm a stan. So I'm here for Perfect Match. I'm going to see it all the way through.
Yeah, you did. You said that.
And I'm going to go get my golden goblet and just be waiting.
You'll fill us in because I can't.
I will.
But we will watch Love is Blind UK together because I actually like Love is Blind UK. I'm excited.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that.
So what's your final word? Ever since you mentioned it up the top of the show, I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to hear her final word because I know you be writing.
It's a little long, but so I watched a video the other day. A woman was talking about having met her man in the pickup window at McDonald's. He was working in the pickup window, and then the drive-thru window. 5 years later, they've traveled to all these places, and now they're getting married in Greece. And somebody in the comments, I know it's beautiful, and somebody in the comments said basically, so you found your man in the drive-thru window, and she said, I found him there, but I didn't leave him there.
Oh.
I was like, oh. So this made me realize and remember something that was sticking with me. Somebody said something to this effect that you never realize when you might actually be the missing ingredient for exactly what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily about dating per se. It could be about being in your hometown. It could be about in a friendship or a business that you want to start. But we go around and we're looking for somebody else or something else to join that thing. We want to join something that looks like what is on track for what we want, but it could be that we're the catalyst, we're the seed. So my new thought in the final word is to take your vision to fertile ground and you become the seed, as opposed to looking for the fruit, look for the soil.
Say that again.
Instead of looking for the fruit, look for the soil.
Because you
Be
are
the
that seed.
Because you're the seed. You can be, yeah.
It reminds me of something that Courtney Sanders said. Remember a couple episodes back, like, you are the money you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what that is. Yeah, this has been, we are definitely of the same mind. I had another reason why my trip to New York was so fulfilling is because I reconnected with a friend who really broke it all the way down. This in-between season that we said we've been in, right? And that's part of the anxiety and why I was so happy that I did this trip, because now I feel comfortable in my in-between season, because I'm not so much focused on the house. The way that she described it is like, the house is already there. The house that you've been promised, it's there. But here's a brick. Like, I'm butchering it, but in my mind, it makes sense. Like,
right.
The promises that God has for you it's there. You're going to get it. But you need to build it as well. Like, it's this, so he's going to give you a brick.
Right. You said you want a house. If you say you want a house and God hands you a brick, don't think that that's not the house. That is the house.
Exactly. But
it's brick by brick by brick. But
it's brick by brick. So,
but that is the house.
To your point, being the seed, not focusing on the fruit, but being the soil. I think
looking for soil. Yeah. Don't focus on the fruit. Don't look for the fruit. Look for soil.
That's so true. Because again, we really want to be there. Because I've said this for months. I just want to be on the other side of it. I know where I'm going. I just want to be on this other side of it. But I have to be comfortable in this season, because I will be on the other side of it. I just have to take it day by day. So to your point, the seed for me, it's the brick. Every day is a brick. And today's brick is this podcast episode.
That's right.
You know?
Number 32.
32
episodes later. We started this. This was a seed. I mean, we did basically just get started in the most accessible way that we could.
Thanks to you, because I was not wanting to do this.
We had to show up, but we did it. We've been doing it.
We did,
and it has been very much in due to our listeners and people who have stuck with us from the very beginning.
Yes,
and
thank you for listening.
We appreciate it. We love doing this. Week by week,
do.
all the comments and the follows we are growing a really fantastic community. So we're just thinking of all other kinds of ways to service each other and ourselves and keep creating.
Yes.
Keep originating. Keep doing high vibrational creation.
Okay. High vibes. High vibes.
High vibes?
High vibes. So my final word is, I'm not embarrassing myself. I'm just refusing to shrink so you can stay comfortable.
Boom. Ow.
Someone wrote comments that said, you're doing too much. And I was like, no.
Like, never.
I'm not doing enough, honestly.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
I am doing enough. And that is my...
You are doing enough. That's right.
Circling back, I'm doing just enough and no more.
Just enough. So,
and no more.
Well, Nicholas posted something. I don't know. I got to go watch that now. Back to NicOlandria Land. I go.
To the NicOlandrians, we see you and we love you. Thanks for joining us. You have a home here, and your countrywoman is here.
Very safe space.
The
yes.
NicOlandrians.
Okay. Yes.
Well, until next time. And make sure you like, subscribe, follow, check us out on YouTube if you haven't already, and check the show notes because all the links are there.
Yeah.
This is our PSA.
Thanks for
Until next time.
listening.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.